I wonder what happens if I hit the Cray button. I guarantee the whole place starts jumping. I wonder what happens if I hit the Cray button. I'ma do it. So hold up, wait a minute, put a little love in it.
What do I want to start with? How do I start this?
Hold on. You know what we should say?
What?
I wonder what happens if you hit the Cray button.
Many have been asking this.
Many have been asking this. I guarantee the whole place starts jumping.
I think your hypothesis might be correct, sir.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it. That's right. Welcome to the last episode of Christian Rock Summer 2026. At least for July. We might have another one in August, so stay tuned about that. And so today joining us, we've got Josh as always. Hello, Josh.
Yo, it's me.
It's Josh. And joining us today, we've got Alien. Hello, Alien.
What's up?
And we've also got my brother, Caleb, kind of a last-minute addition, but I honestly think is going to add a lot to the episode. Welcome,
The
Caleb.
force on my family,
Stop
She's
it.
force on my 5 till I make a family.
Why would you say that? God damn it. Yeah, so we're talking about Family Force 5, which is... Oh, this is going to be so fun. This is such a weird, specific band to come out of Christian music. I don't know. Let's do personal relationships to the band. And I think I want to start with people with the least personal relationship first, like and then go to Caleb and I who have like more of a history. So Alien, what did you know of Family Force 5 before a month ago when you started exploring their discography?
I had heard of them only in passing as like part of the grander nu metal discussion for their first album. And even then I was not familiar with them. I had just heard the name. So this was what a shock to actually explore this discography.
Yeah. It's Christian crunkcore,
Sure.
rock. Yeah. Josh, what relationship do you have to Family Force 5?
The singles were definitely in the air. I was a teenage evangelical when this band first blew up, so I was very aware of them, but it was never my vibe. It was never something
Yeah.
I was like gonna be naturally attracted to, so I spent a lot of time just going, what the fuck? Yeah, and kind of admitted to myself that Love Addict was catchy and fun, but felt no real need to go deeper than that, and was kind of perplexed by how absolutely captured the Christian music scene was by this band. Yeah, that's about it. I haven't thought about them in probably a decade. So
Until now.
Yeah.
Well, so Caleb and I's relationship with this will be linked here. But I can say from my introduction was that they so there was this, it felt like Christian scene MTV, and I don't remember the name of it, and it's been driving me crazy. But there was something we had on DirecTV or something something we had on Dish. Yeah, not DirecTV. I don't know what I said. Something we had on Dish. Do you remember?
This, I don't remember, but the second somebody does, I'm going to be like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it drives me crazy because I think I brought this up last year too, and no one seems to remember what I'm talking about. But I watched it, and it was like how I got introduced to a lot of bands. Like, I think I forgot to mention it on As Cities Burn, but As Cities Burn, Under Oath, whatever. But a lot of those bands I got introduced to, like my parents had kind of a bias against screaming in music, especially my mom. And so because as a lot of evangelical kids will do, I interpret that as a moral judgment rather than an aesthetic judgment for a long time. So it's like, okay, I can't listen to music with screaming in it. And so what is hilarious is the song that made me go, okay, fine, I'm going to listen to music with screaming in it, was Never Let Me Go by Family Force 5. And it's funny to listen back because it's barely a heavy song to me now. Like, it's barely even screaming to me, really. But that was the song that, like, actually clicks. So, as weird as it is, this band introduced me to heavy music. And that's just
Nice.
really weird looking back on it now. Because, like, it's not really a heavy band. Like, what stuck out to me way more this time was, like, how much of it's pop. Like, it is, like, obviously rock. Like, it has notes from, like, heavier rock. But it's like a pop band, and I think played a lot of like weird impacts on my taste of music or whatever. But they're like a ridiculous funny band, and they're a perfect band for like an 11-year-old to think is really cool. And I say that endearingly, but they are that. Caleb, what about your personal relationship? I know it's going to be kind of related to mine there.
Yeah, because you were the one who showed me that Christian MTV shit. So I saw the music video, which I still think the music video for Never Let Me Go is pretty cool. But
it's like the weird animal head things
yeah,
they're wearing.
it's creepy. It's a creepy music video. But yeah, same thing. They got me into heavy music or something with screaming in it. Before that, probably the heaviest thing I'd really listened to was Nirvana or some shit.
Yeah.
So pretty important for me there. And a lot of my friends growing up in the homeschool Christian world, it was a pretty small group and we all listened to it actively. And I just vividly remember doing free-for-alls on Black Ops 2 with like Earthquake blasting in the background.
Yes,
Yes.
That is, it just lands you right at a time and place when you say that. Oh, yeah. That is the vibe of this music.
Yeah, they ruled, though. We'll get into that.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, there was kind of a weird thing that happened, because, yeah, like, a lot of our friends were really into them, and we were into them, too. And then there's a lot of friends that we had around that time that continued to stay into them.
Yeah.
And then I think Caleb and I would both have fallen off pretty much at the third record.
I discovered this thing called secular music, and
I discovered normal music.
Yeah, I started
regular
listening to
music, human music. You discovered human music.
I got into my grunge phase and like forgot about them, and like when I was like 13 or 14, and then I was like at one of my buddy's grad parties, and Radiator came on, and I was like, oh, they're like my friends still listen to this band.
Yeah, that was my feeling in college. Was like, I mean, I did go to like super evangelical college, so it was bound to happen. But there was a real air of like, we're all adults. You've heard like good music before, right? Why are you into this child's band? This is children's music.
And I think I'm more generous to it a little bit now, despite now coming back to it. I think that the first two records are pretty good, actually, for the most part. We'll get into it. I guess, okay, do we want to kind of get through the kind of origins of the band and then get into the actual music? Okay.
Yeah.
So, starting off, Family Force 5 was started by three sons of the man Jerome Olds. So they are three of the members are brothers. Now, Jerome Olds was I don't know, he gets cited in articles about Family Force 5 as he was supposedly a big-ish name in Christian rock in like the 70s, but
according to Discogs, he has three full-length albums, one in 1980, You Lift Me Up, then one in 1989 and 1990.
80s, okay.
So I'm curious if he's less famous as a recording artist and is just more successful as like a writer and publisher. Because I've definitely heard You Lift Me Up before. Even if it was just like in an ad for like, now that's what I call worship music, 1996 or whatever. Yeah. So I wonder if the money and the fame and the success in the Christian music industry comes more from writing a song that became like a staple in worship programming or something. Okay. Like that.
But
so because I hadn't really heard of him before, but I looked at the track listings and I'm like, okay, so he's got a couple songs that are like I've sang before.
Yeah, okay. So he's like well in the Christian music world, and so I think like something that is an important aspect to the band is that these are like three kids that were kind of like, I mean this in the not creepy way, but like groomed to be Christian musicians from really young age, you know?
They're second generation.
Yeah, they're a second generation. They're getting raised in the Christian music industry. And I think that's notable because this is really early on in the Christian music industry. Like that 80s stuff that Jerome would be around during, that was when like Amy Grant was big. That was when it was like really starting to have some like cultural impact outside of like Southern gospel shit from the 50s. This is when like Christian pop music is becoming a thing, is when Jerome is kind of involved. So they're set up to be kind of heirs to that tradition a little bit.
Absolutely. Industry plants, if you will.
This was a preview for a Patreon only episode. So check out the show notes if you want to hear more.